everybody, it's Erin LaFaive, and I am making a recipe called the Queen of Hungary's Water. And so I wanted to show you a bit about how I am measuring everything out. So I'm going to turn this around. So the recipe I'm using is right here. So you can see how it's in parts, 6 parts, 4 parts, 1 part, and so on and so forth. And this is covered with vinegar, apple cider or wine vinegar, rose water, and or witch hazel extract. And so this is a Rosemary Gladstar recipe that she has in many of her books. So when I do parts, I start with the ingredient that I have the smallest of. So I only had this much rosemary, and it measured at 3 grams. So that's my 1 part. So everything's going to be based off 3 grams. So it wanted 1 part lemon peel, so that's 3 grams. And then, 1 part of sage, so that's 3 grams. And then we move on to 3 parts. So now I go 3 times 3 because I'm working with 3 grams and I need 3 parts, so I need to triple it. So there's 3 parts of calendula, homegrown there, 3 parts of rose petals. Excuse me. Oops. No, that's not right. Those are 4 parts. 4 parts of chamomile, which is 12 grams. 4 parts of rose petals, which for me is 12 grams. And these are the 3 parts. So I've got, that's comfrey homegrown and calendula homegrown, so 9 grams. So, again, when you're doing parts in an herbal recipe, typically start off with your smallest amount of something. I knew I had a lot of lemon balm, and that called for 6 parts. So I have 6 times, wait, did I do 6 times 3 is 18, so there's 18, 1.8 ounces of lemon balm. So I started out with a smaller unit in grams, and then we got to work up to ounces. But I put everything on separate containers because I never know if I have the exact amount of something. So just in case I didn't have enough lemon balm or I didn't have enough chamomile, maybe instead of having 12 grams like I should have had, maybe I would have ended up with 10 grams. So if that were the case, I would just either go with the whatever I had and not do exactly what the recipe said, or I would start over and start changing what my parts were, which for me started out as 3 grams. So some people might start out with, let's say, instead of using by weight, which I generally do, they might do by tablespoons. So if they knew they had a tablespoon of rosemary to start with, which is the 1 part in the recipe, everything started out in parts. Then if they did 1 tablespoon of rosemary, then they would start, when it called for 3 parts of something like here, then they would have done 9 tablespoons. So you can use it in terms of a mass, a measurement, with like cups or tablespoons or teaspoons, but I typically do it by weight because it's, some things are not in their powder form or not in their ground up form yet, so weight seems to be a little bit more accurate. So yeah, here's the messy table. It's my scale, and again, I'm doing the Queen of Hungary's Water, and it can be used for lots of things. It can be used for all sorts of things. So there it is. Just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to do measurements based on parts. Thanks for watching.